outstanding top 4 teams. OG now, Liquid this week, and then Nigma as well as Alliance to wrap up the rest of their schedule. They got to find a win somewhere in here, Kyle.
Indeed they do, and they're still not out of it. 1-2, OG sitting at 2-1. It's a lot of season left to be played, but this is one of those series they've got to come out and look for a W. As you said, first 2 Brood, rather. I see this in like Division 2 NA. I don't know how effective it'll be here against the 2-time reigning TI champions. You gotta figure they know a thing about the Broodmother.
So you would have liked it more if they saved this pick. Is that what you're saying? If they did a forced surprise pick, hey, we're Broodmothering you, you only have 1 hero to respond now.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
But you never know. I mean, the hero could just be broken.
Oh, Seb. He's trying to sneak and figure out where the ward is, and they almost caught him in the act there. Fortunately, he's a tanky boy with that bracer and being a centaur.
They do get the ward, though.
True.
It's worth.
It was. It certainly was.
Let's see. I mean, the trouble you have is 3-3 here. Oh, hang on. Okay, well, no, I was like, oh my god, they're going to kill him? A body block? No, he's going to be just fine. You don't have the greatest Brood game here. The panel was discussing it. We saw it earlier today. Pangolier against Brood, you just clear those spiders no problem, especially when you're a 2 position. But PL is just a hero you can never really pressure.
Yeah. It's already off to a bit of an awkward start, about a 300 net worth lead to start things off for OG, getting the 3 bounties as well as being able to de-ward that 1 ward. So Tundra already looking a little shaky here, but I have faith anyway that they picked up this Broodmother with a plan, right? Like they had to have scrimmed this out and basically said, okay, this is actually a viable hero as long as we take out these 2 or 3 heroes. Right, and that's what they did. They banned away, what? Ember. What else did they ban away? I just remember Ember. And then it was 2 side lane heroes that would deal with it.
I mean, it's certainly good. It'll be interesting to see what the item build is, because whatever 3-3 does, I'm going to just assume, like, this man is... He tests things. Like, I'm sure he'll have something that's thoroughly min-maxed. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, he was the guy that popularized the Helm of the Dominator pipe build back... couple patches ago.
Yeah.
I think something like that could be possible. Maybe he'll go for more of a right-click build, like a Diffusal BKB. Could rush an Orchid. You can get a Solar Crest. There's a lot of different options, and I'm going to see a couple of DCs as teams try to fix their ping.
I like the way that OG dealt with the Broodmother pick, because they didn't actually, out of their side lane, get some sort of big AoE clear.
No.
Right? You traditionally think of Broodmother and like, oh, I need a way to kill the spiders, but laning phase, that's not the case. He actually doesn't have spiders at all. What they dealt with was the Broodmother wants to charge at you and right-click you, and they got a Phantom Lancer who can doppelgang, and they've got a Dark Willow who can Shadow Realm. So they're going to Inkswell, and this Broodmother's going to run at him and look to lifesteal, but won't be able to hit anything.
Yep, and that's what we've seen very effective against the Brood pre-spiders. We Troll yesterday in the VP, or 2 days ago in the VP Navi series, Razor earlier today. Until spiders, the hero is just a weak laner if you're not able to trade effectively. And as you said, you cannot do it against these heroes. Shadow Demon even, later on in the game, you just throw out a quick disrupt, no big deal. Also, Fog told me something about the Willow was that OG see this as an open pick. Apparently Thompson's been playing it a lot mid, going this Midas Ags rush. So maybe not ideal in this game, but it was definitely something that they considered an option.
Something to look out for in the future. Here they pick up and they're like, okay, we need a Pango because we still should have an answer to the spiders themselves. More of a mid-game answer, and obviously Pango is easily one of the best heroes.
It's really good against PA as well.
Yeah.
You get the potential disarm procs, buy a bunch of armor items, most likely, the disarm.
You've got some answers to Mars if you get the shard. Instant magic immunity, you can roll through the arena, and you can also hop over the arena with shield crash. So, a lot of different tools there available to you.
You can toss people out of arena, right?
Yeah.
Can you leap out of
Brooding
arena?
us first game like this, not cool, Fada. No manners, SMH. A little bit of a cute all chat there from Saxa. Somebody I don't normally see all chatting a whole lot.
Our admin, we don't have a Phantom Assassin in the game yet, so we can't start just yet. And yeah, I mean, OG, they got a right to be a little peeved, you know. First 2 Brood. It's like, come on, guys. It's like first 2 Omni Knight Huskar. It's like, oh, that's the kind of game we're gonna play. You don't want to play Dota today?
Yeah, that's how you view it. These cheesy heroes, they're not really Dota. Next thing you're gonna say is Techies games aren't normal Dota games.
Those are definitely not. The Brood, I think, after the
I played a
change,
lot
it's
of Dota
different.
yesterday, Kyle, and half of them were me playing Techies. And let me just say, they
serious?
were all Dota games. Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm convinced that the hero is legit, and I'm gonna try and figure out how legit it is.
Oh my, you know, there's like a lot of other heroes that are legit
Yeah.
that aren't techies.
Yeah, and I haven't played. Why are we upside down? Techies is not a hero that I have a ton of experience with, so I'm learning. Kyle.
Lost a lot of respect.
I mean, you know, somebody on this panel has got to be able to talk about certain heroes.
The hero is this. Okay,
sometimes
place mines. There's supposedly a strategy. I'm sure Jackson Pollock would say the same. There's an art form to just splattering paint on the map. Yeah, you trade and immediately suicide for damage. It's very, very entertaining gameplay. I totally agree. Broodmother is a bit different now. I don't think it's quite as cheesy. It's more that you just at some point will still have to deal with these spiders cliff walking up and down the map, clearing your jungle. It's gonna be.
Do you
really
think it's
tedious.
less cheesy now that the ultimate is the spiders? I find so anyway.
Yeah, it's less cheesy. It's just tedious. It's just annoying to play against.
And that is something that they will. That is going to be one of the goals of Tundra's strategy here, right? Is the Broodmother. Hopefully, you win your lane, you take that tower early, you get a bunch of spiders, and you start just taking over the map, right? And you're taking over such a large share of the map that the PA has a way just to be able to sit in her triangle and not be bothered because the enemy team is so occupied with a Broodmother pick.
Yep. The concern I have is the support duo of Tundra is really susceptible to just being straight up charged at. No real answer to the illusions. A stampede forward can be real tough as
this whole mess is
pauses
all
continue.
Apparently, we're having slight issues.
It's all right.
OG,
Snake.
as you can see, Snake does indeed not have a webcam on.
Was that the Curiosity on Mars? Just like an orange plane behind him. All right. Just leave the camera off. It's all good. Although 9, I don't think you were lagging. But we'll keep.
You know the hack I've seen some players do is the using their phone to connect. So that their phone is doing some vertical camera into Discord. We still get something to see. They don't have to worry about potential lag, though. I don't know. I feel like Discord webcam.
Yeah, I was about to say
take up that much.
2021. We're
what kind of computers we got here?
yeah, seriously. That's a
Do
professional.
any of these
the
guys
chip
stream?
shortage, perhaps.
Like, I feel like streaming takes up a lot of resources too.
I think Snaking traveled to the EU, so who knows what machine he's on over there.
True.
I gotta say, Tundra thus far have been a little disappointed in me this season. I really think Snay was
Wrong choice for them?
No, opposite.
Okay.
Uncut Diamond. You know,
he's
he's been a very solid player for a long time.
Thought it was stuck.
But they just haven't found too much success. We'll see. I think a lot of their games kind of ride or die with Skeeter's performance.
Somebody's about to get mad. I believe there is a time limit. I believe at least standard rules are usually 5 minutes of total pause time.
So this hasn't happened in a while.
So.
Like, not to jinx anything, man. I remember back in the day when there was that Skype vulnerability.
Oh,
we were
God.
playing Han. We had a separate internet connection, and we made fake Skype names so that we only ever used on our alternate tournament internet.
Yeah.
Because God forbid somebody finds your IP and you can't change it.
Yeah.
You just no longer get to play. Remember there was like a year Navi just couldn't play at LAN?
Yeah. That was
the old days.
Frustrating times to be a commentator.
We take it
you
for
did
granted.
not look forward to casting any Navi games because somebody out there had a grudge. All right, well, it looks like we're back into the swing of things here as Snaking tries to... I'm very surprised that they didn't block the pull. Maybe they did, and it's already been dewarded. But I feel like that's the go-to play right now is instead of buying boots, buying Sentry and making sure that camps are blocked if you feel like it's disruptive to your lane. And I would argue this is probably a lane that you want the enemy team to be stuck in the lane fighting you rather than being able to do pulling shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Notel drops a sentry in the camp. I think that Snaking saw that, and yeah, he's going to grab it, but does block the 2 o'clock spawn. Nuts are doing a little pressure to 3-3, but man, this is a rough lane.
Notel did not go Shadow Realm. He went Curse Crown, and as a result, 33 takes advantage and chomps on him a little bit. Fortunately, Notel did have a way to cut down that tree, but I felt like that was an unnecessary amount of damage he just took as a result. 2 levels of Shield Crash out from Thompson here. We've seen more and more people going Shield Crash level 1 because the mana cost got
it's so
buffed.
cheap now,
it went from 80 to 60, so it's incredibly cheap to spam in lane.
They buffed the damage reduction as well on earlier levels, so that 1 or 2 points is really efficient. And especially mid now, with all the bottle, with the runes available, it's just always value to be able to push waves out real quick. Top lane.
Tried to jump at him. Unfortunately, the Brambles got in his way. He couldn't get off the stun. Snaking's definitely dead here. That's going to be your first blood. Wow. No-Tail picks up that one. See if No-Tail can actually get out here. It's not looking so hot for him, so he will get traded out most likely. Oh, healing salve, and he's actually fine. 33 doesn't want to dive into the tower and ruin his own game there, so well done.
Yeah, definitely a different style of Brood coming out, though. He's getting the early Orb of Corruption. I think that's the right choice, right? Because you just have to be trading. We saw a Soul Ring rush in the previous series. A nice bottle refill from Snaking. Does die, but helps out his mid player.
They're trying to make the best of the situation, I suppose. And it also doesn't seem like they're... Like, this duo... Maybe they can survive a Broodmother lane, but they certainly can't pressure a Broodmother. At least, not the way I see it.
It's starting not to look like the greatest counter pick, to be quite honest. You're getting, out CS.
Yeah,
I don't think it really gets any
he's
better.
He's 12-1?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. That's not so hot.
We'll see how it plays out. I mean, bottom lane, Skeeter is just straight up free farming.
Yeah, and, they even got the kill earlier.
And yeah, it's a last pick Pango. I think that's mostly for the anti-Brood and mid-game team fighting, but as a matchup against Mars mid, it is not ideal for Thompson.
Yeah.
I like that the Soul Ring build from 9, so he's just going to continuously spam both spells. And Thompson will do the same, but Mars just packs more of a punch.
Yeah. Pango's stats are certainly not the most amazing in the world.
Yeah, very slow-paced game. I mean, off to a nice start in the lanes, though. Tundra is looking solid here. There's the Orb of Corruption. I don't know if this lane ever gets any better for Ana. Like, you can't trade with Brood. And he's getting so much passive health regen as well just by sitting in a web. Oh, whoa, Thompson?
Yeah, he's going to go for it. He hit his level 6 nice and early. 9, he's going to get this kill on Thompson, unless Thompson can somehow stop this. He kills a creep to get level 6, to get the Rolling Thunder off, and now 9, he's going to be the one potentially dying here as Thompson. Looking for a potential angle here. He is not going to hit him with the last one, but he does have to swashbuckle, times it up, and the shield crash finishes him off. Unbelievable play from Thompson. The situational awareness there.
Really well done. He's 100% dead, I think, if he doesn't get the ult off. The W from Mars was coming up in just a moment, but rolls and the TP from No-Tail to get the turnaround kill. That changes the entire dynamic of this mid wave. Ana is going to take some pressure up top while this goes down, but yeah, we can check this out. He's 1 creep away. Does he actually get the last hit on it? I believe, yeah, he runs over.
Yeah, he sees the melee creeps low. 1 hit. Swerve. Pops Rolling Thunder. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't roll straight at him right away, but I guess he was a little bit scared there.
Nah, if he catches the W, he's dead.
So waits out the God's Rebuke. gets close to him as the Curse Crown hits. Just solid Dota play right there from Thompson.
It's who was it that did an interview talking about laning against Thompson? I think wasn't 9.
Anna, he used his doppelganger, so he's having to keep his distance now. I missed that interview, to be honest.
I think it was Stormer who's discussing how Limp was a beast and that he had never beaten Thompson in lane because it's like you always try to kill him and somehow he's like done the math and lives with 30 HP. But like in this case, he's 6, so you're like, I had him, but
yeah, I was like, he's dead. He's dead. And then all of a sudden,
he's always playing on the edge.
There's one creep that's 1 HP and he hits it and gets level 6. Crazy stuff.
Still all good. I mean, Thompson's top net worth, but so far so good. I mean, Skeeter is huge, and
they can actually get this kill on Anna, which he's going to be forced to doppelganger, and the Inkswell will find the real one here, kill him. Thompson, he makes an entrance here, but it's not going to do much. 33 is certainly fast enough to deal with the rolling boulder. They're going to go for snaking instead. Silenced up for a second here, and that is enough that, doesn't feel like he can go for it anymore.
It is, this is kind of Tundra's bread and butter. Like, yes, Seb is pretty annoying now. He'll just cut the wave, farm jungle in the meantime. But Skeeter is free farming, and he's going to have a Battle Fury real quick. I do not believe this is a PL favored matchup anymore. And if I'm not mistaken, the shard on PA is also very effective because you'll break, not only due to the AoE damage to the illusions, but you break him, so there's no juxtapose proc or charge available. And 3-4 items in, I think you just go toe-to-toe quite easily. The defusal timing for Ana is going to be what it's all about.
Snaking. He will try and juke this one out. That was a nice idea, but Ana spots him. So he dies. Tundra's still up by 2k, despite being down a kill here.
This will be where the Brood is put to the test, though, because now Centaur with the Vanguard's TP'd into the lane. Can you still pressure the tower? I don't think so, but maybe you can out-farm. You can take over the map a little bit.
Holy cow, that's a lot of stacks. That's OG evening out the net worth if they can get all this.
Shout out to No-Tail, doing his part. Can't really do much to the Brood, but he can help his allies. A little bit extra bonus gold going his way, of course, because he was the one who did the stacking.
Thompson shows up back to lane, missing a little bit of health, but otherwise not too much worse for wear, acting like nothing ever happened.
They have abandoned the bottom lane, though, and Skeeter, you know, maybe gets criticized, and rightfully so, for having a smaller hero pool, but when you give him one of his best heroes and total free farm, that is when he certainly looks the best.
Runs into Thompson here. They're trying to chase him down. They're going to turn around instead, go for the Dark Willow. Nice use of the Shadow Realm just before the spear, but he is still very dead. Just the nuking power of Tundra is going to kill this 5-position Dark Willow.
Yeah. 3-3. He went for the Arcane Boots too. Huh. That's what we saw in the Division 2 game just before this as well.
Soul Ring and Arcane Ring, so really feeling like you actually do need the and it kind of makes sense now that you have like a third spell that you're casting regularly. Like, yeah, maybe you're not using webs all that much like normal, but Silken Bola is just another spell that's going to be taxing your mana pool. What did he break apart the Arcane Boots?
Nope.
Okay, we'll see if he does something like that. Maybe they even go some team fight items. Nice Swashbuckle, hits 2. Thompson, though, can't actually finish him off. Fada is turning around and getting a little damage in. The Centaur Stampede will allow Thompson not only to get that kill, but dodge. Shield crashes back in for the damage reduction here, so he is a tanky boy. It's going to be hard to bring him down, but they can keep chasing him. He's got one more Swashbuckle. Over the side he goes, but surely they've got him this time. Another shield crash coming up, but it's too much. 9 claims the kill and takes the killing spree away.
Yeah, space created, though. But so far, it's the 3 cores of Tundra, all top net worth. You got to be feeling pretty comfortable in this position. And it's going to be the Ana defusal timing that they're waiting for, but he's going to have that about the same time PA finishes Battle Fury at this rate. And that just doesn't seem like a great trade. Tundra out to a great start. Have the AA ult prepared. and it'll be a Crimson Gold Rush on Seb. So there's your anti-Brood. I believe that reduces all damage from spiders.
Yeah, it will help the tower survive against these pushes as well, which is something that he can only do so much about, right? Like, he can stand around the tower, but 33 can't ignore him. What can't be ignored here is this smoke move from Tundra. They set this up. 33 was hitting top, and Tundra said, I bet they're going to make a move to try and stop 33 from taking this tower, and they read OG like a book.
Really well done. Thompson almost getting the Rolling Thunder off in time, but not quite, so he will die once again. You know, it just doesn't feel like OG have the tools to really get anything going here. For Tundra, it's super simple, just Mars, Arena, Spear, okay, that's a kill. OG, your setup doesn't really exist. Seb's going for the pure defensive build, which makes sense, but they have no Blink Initiator, they have no support that can really set up properly. It's not as if a disruption is going to be an easy task.
And something you mentioned earlier, which is that OG can't just be purely on the defensive mode because you like Tundra's setup against the Phantom Lancer later on into this game.
Yeah, Skeeter is just straight up free farming. He will have a Battle Fury quite possibly before the defusal on Ana is done, which is kind of crazy. 700 gold away is Ana, and only 800 for the Claymore that Skeeter needs to complete his BF. But yeah, this is looking good. Tundra, I think, do best in these slower paced games. I don't know about the first two Brood, but 3-3 certainly looks comfortable.
They're going to try and go for him here. They're going to kill all of his spiders, set up the disruption into the Rolling Thunder, then the Stomp, and he is certainly, is he? He's dead, right? He's dead. They're going to chase after him. The shield crash, that'll catch up to him. 33 finally does go down. Meanwhile, they're going on the other side of things in mid. They're going to try and kill this Dark Willow, who actually managed to get out of the arena instead of staying next to the wall. Fears up 9 and does manage to TP out.
That shouldn't work. Did he?
So he was in the river, and he was basically he was at a position where he was in between the wall and the shield that pushes you back. That's basically because the cliff was like right there, so it kind of like ended up pushing him outside of the arena rather than keeping him in.
All intended, I'm sure.
Just one of those awkward. If he'd put it a little bit farther down, right, then he'd just be stuck getting hit by the shield over and over again. But
no, that shouldn't. He glitches through it.
It's gonna pop him out because he's on a cliff. Cliff is gonna kick him out one way or another. And it's probably
I guess he slid underneath it. That makes sense because it's like it's positioned on the high ground, right?
So he dug a hole.
Exactly.
Right.
So you can hop over it, but in this case, he just goes right.
So when you were saying that couldn't work, you were saying not Dota mechanics wise, but like real world mechanics.
Yeah, I mean it's got to make sense with the lore. Yeah, so far so good. It's an even game, but the map control Tundra's exerting right now is kind of nuts. They've just owned this OG top jungle.
9, kind of sitting here, waiting to go. Doesn't pull the trigger, though. And since they spotted the Ancient Apparition, may still not be able to find an opportunity to pull that trigger, but they are taking a tier 2 while all this is happening. So Tundra is basically repeating the same thing they did last time, which is they smoked to the Broodmother to protect his game. OG is aware of this, though, and they do have a little bit of counterplay. 9 is going to be slowed down quite heavily here. They might be able to burst him down. He's going to use the arena to protect himself for here. Here comes the Rolling Thunder, though. It's going to nail him a couple times, especially with the Stampede. The Dark Willow comes in to try and finish off the job. He gets speared away. Thompson in pursuit. The Swashbuckle. And one more hit. That'll do the job. They get that kill. Can they get a little bit more? Snaking here. The TP out is successful. OG, you cannot pull the same trick twice against them. This time they learned and adapted.
Really nice play from Soxa there. Jukes out all the spells with the defensive disrupt. Then the team TP's in, pops the ulti to ensure the Mars kill. Really awkward dive, though, from Tundra. I understand you want to pressure tier 2, but Skeeter's not even there. He's farming an Ancient stack. You can chill. That's a huge dive, and let's say you even land that kill. Don't think you're getting the tier 2 out of it once Thompson shows up. And in addition, it's a Soxa Shadow Demon. It's not as if it's a high priority kill.
It was definitely one of those smokes where it was like, oh, we want something out of this.
Yeah.
And all we're seeing in the Shadow Demon. Last time, the smoke that they did it was natural and effective. They were able to move behind a tower and catch a core.
Yep.
Well, no way that OG is able to fight once they lose Thompson at the very start of an engagement. But you fail to kill a support, yeah, that fight's going to look a whole lot different.
I mean, the X factor here for OG, check out the net worth chart. Seb is on top. He is just flash farming, spamming double edge. He's level 13 and a quarter, highest in game, and he just finished a blink. So you're coming online with these OG cores.
Do you think Centaur can make a difference here?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. What is the impact of the Centaur that we're looking for?
Just the initiation.
Okay.
You have so much damage potential with an early soul catcher into the Centaur. He's not really killable by any of these Tundra heroes. He's going to absorb the physical damage. It's the Deso timing on the PA where things start to get a little spooky. And it looks like Seb's actually queued up Ags and Halberd. Curious to see what he goes for first.
Thompson's hunting spiders. Oh, and he nailed them.
You can tell, yeah, the game lagged a bit.
yeah. 576 gold off of spiders so far. So actually not quite as much as I expected, given how many spiders he's killed so far, but...
And there's your impact. The blink on Seb means suddenly OG have the ability to actually get kills. For the entire first 17 minutes of the game, it's just been the Tundra show. Whereas now, you got the easy setups.
This is a little awkward for 33. Feel like he's likely okay here, but still pressured a bit by Thompson, who will kill some more spiders. Can we see a CS real quickly? I just want to see a number. 229.
As the DD, be cautious fighting into this if you're Tundra. OG is looking to connect, and they have a pretty solid timing here. They've taken control of the gold lead once again, but it's more about the item timings, you know. Everything is online. They have the Diffusal, they have the Hood on the PL, so he's quite tanky, and then Crimson Guard Blink on the Centaur. So you can't really win a fight if OG are the ones instigating. You need to open with the Mars ulti.
Yeah, and that's something that you could see. He's queued up a Blink Dagger and has BKB still up there as well. Tries to go for the spear, misses. Anna is able to doppelganger away in time. Rotations are coming from OG. Just in case Anna wasn't able to escape that initiation, they could potentially get a punish here as Nine's going to be spotted. Spear thrown up, misses. Thompson swashbuckles right past him there and is going to start slowing down Nine. First with the slow and now the Rolling Thunder. And you could see the impact of the Shadow Demon here, making Nine much squishier. Turns around, throws out a God's Rebuke, but eventually he's going to be burned out. Tundra not able to do much when their Mars is dead, and the mid's being pressured as well now. OG really feeling like they are, as you said, completely turning this game around, as now Skeeter's going to be gone on. They're going to go after him. They're going to stampede, and he's going to be stomped up. They've got a lot of magic damage to throw at him. Another easy kill. Tundra beginning to fall apart now against OG.
I'm just starting to question the Broodmother pick, to be quite honest. He's going to get the tier 2 top. That's quite nice, but it's the same as the lower division series. A mech, a hood, I assume a pipe, he'll have Greaves. But, you know, 3-3, he TPs to that fight. He's a Broodmother with no spiders once he does that. So what's the key? Like, how does this hero actually win you the game as Tundra?
Well, I guess the answer would be like most split pushing cores in the past, right? You have to be able to force the enemy team apart, and then you get a numbers advantage against them, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like Tundra is actually executing that super well.
Because OG, the thing is they have two heroes that can just stop the Brood in his tracks. The Pango and the Centaur. 3-3 is powerless to stop either one of them. That Ags on Pango is going to be devastating too. The damage output from the swashbuckles. Well, what would you call them? The swashbuckles on shield crash? The shield crash buckles? No clue.
Either way, it's going to be effective potentially here as Nine is going to be using his first BKB. The Ice Blast is coming in. It's going to be able to hit No Tail on the side. They're still trying to finish up Sox, and eventually he does die. The BKB wears out, and now Thompson is a little effective. Brings the Mars kind of low. No Tail is just a sliver of HP. 33 is able to go up the cliff there to be able to dodge some of the damage coming in from Anna as well as Thompson. They're trying to chase down the rest, though. Seb, he just comes in and starts swinging immediately. They're managing to kill Nine. Skeeter, he's going to be chased after. Nice little Juke by him, jumping over to Fana as fast as possible. Anna's quite low, and they could potentially kill him. The Crimson Guard's going to go out. 33 chasing after him underneath the webs. Tries to be able to catch the real one, and Doppelgangers, can he find the real one now? He actually does, and 33 kills him. He sniffs him out, finds the real Phantom Lancer, and brings him down. Skeeter still playing the edges of the team fight here. As 33, not sure if he's going to be chased down or not, and he is. He's got another web coming up in a second. The Ice Blast coming in hot, though. They could potentially turn this even at 33. The disruption to dodge the nuke onto the Centaur, and I don't think he's going to tick out here.
Oh,
he's going to be
sick.
Perfectly fine.
Some Matrix Neo level saves coming out from Soxa just as the dagger was about to land. I think almost certainly securing the kill. No deaths though on the PA. He will be rushing the BKB.
Oh, is the dagger coming out as well? Because I saw Spawn Spy. Oh, then he was 100% dead. He was going to take like 400 damage there.
Yeah, this is a solid game.
Damage does, Spawn Spiderlings level 2 do 450.
Yeah,
so we'll watch this one again. He's going to turn around point blank. The dagger's coming. The Spawn Spiderlings at the same time. Both are dodged by the disruption. Just nasty.
Just in time there. OG just doing a great job playing the map. You know, the 4K gold lead is mostly just because they're shoving lanes faster. Mars has been the guy constantly hunting, but you know, both Centaur and Pangolier above Ana on the PL because they're just shoving waves so fast. I've seen Seb use double edge at least 100 times so far this game. Just farming everywhere. Has the Solar Crest finished. Really like that decision over a rushed Ags. I think Solar, even after the slight nerf, is still just the best item to buy on any offlaner. And I again go back to this Brood build. Yeah, he's queued it up now, but you know, Greaves Hood before Solar Crest. I think Solar with your PA, isn't that just an insane combination?
Yeah.
Because the damage output of Tundra is what I feel like is lacking thus far.
Yeah, it does feel like, you know, Ana got kind of low in that fight, and they weren't able to just, like, immediately kill him. Centaur is just surviving for so long in these engagements. I definitely agree. They are hitting a timing, though, now. They do have the double BKB for Tundra. They're down 5K, but this could easily swing if they just win one engagement. The Soul Bind, that is perfect. They managed to catch Thompson there. See if they can actually finish him off. The disruption is going to buy him a little bit of time, but he's going to get speared back. He didn't actually go into the wall, and so he's still alive. He's going to be able to get off the Rolling Thunder, and all of a sudden it's disaster for Tundra as Ana is right in the midst of them. Mana burning them all down. 2 already dead. 33 will barely make it out with a TP away. But Tundra, I thought they had that. That was the ideal initiation in many ways. But once again, Soxa proves to be the difference maker here.
And he is just absolutely owning this game. Remember that dive up top he set up? That was a kill on 9. Again, the disruption to save an ally, turning the fight, giving them Roche. Love Ana. Ana, he has the S&Y now. Shard will be the next item. I've heard BSJ gush about this backstage for days. How it's so good. Even again, nerfed slightly, but still just what makes PL good on this patch.
Yeah.
Ags, oh my god, as soon as he has Ags, that will just be nuts. He's going to break the PA. Skeeter won't be able to do a damn thing. No crit, no evasion. Good luck.
Yeah, this is getting nasty for sure, Tops, and you could see
Man, I just,
another
SD just counters PA, like really, really hard.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to initiate, you just disrupt the guy he goes for. That removes the attack speed bonus timing from the blink in. And then late game, this is a 4-position SD. That Ags just renders him, like, it's just a worthless hero.
Yep. Absolutely. So 5K now becomes 7 as we approach 25 minutes.
Yeah, actually, it makes the BKB of the PA just seem you're gonna get purged. You're gonna get broken through the BKB. Like what do you do with no crit?
Yeah.
3 charges too. It used to just be 2, I swore, but now 3 charges of your ultimate.
I mean, he's gonna be able to blink strike onto somebody, but then if he doesn't kill that person immediately, he's just kited out entirely, and very likely he won't if he's purged up. So
the one benefit is that after you can't dispel insatiable hunger, even though it's now a normal ability, so he can't just do it on all 3 cores and giggle. But the move speed would certainly be affected.
It instantly purge out Inkswell as well.
Yeah.
Right. So that is just yet another factor that oof.
Yeah.
Man, it's so interesting that OG and in fact, I'm sure you could talk about this, Kyle, the stress of in-game, of losing a game and trying to figure out what you need to do. The fact they were able to come up with like a very simple, straightforward answer, I always find impressive about any team who's able to do this.
Oh, hang on.
Thompson, they're going to try and blow him up as quick as possible. The initiation, the terrorize is going to be too late. It hits Mars and it hits the PA, and they're still going to go for a 3-man stomp. Anna's in there. They've already taken out the support. The BKB is going to be popped by 9. Turns around, God's Rebuke looking for an opportunity here with the BKB wearing out to hit his spear. And he does. He managed to get Soxa with the Broodmother behind him. They should be able to gobble him up. Soxa, he turns around. He's living with just a sliver of HP, and he dies, but it doesn't matter. He executed all of his spells onto the Broodmother, so Brood dies. 33's out for 60 seconds, and Tundra locked inside of their base now against OG, even though it's 3-on-3. Anna is still the big bad Phantom Lancer knocking at their door that they are afraid to answer.
The Shard also paying huge dividends. He's getting so many illusions off the start of the fight just with one Lance. That was also doing bonus damage. It just, like, you have an army at all times.
Doppelgangering forward, finding Fada. 9 still hiding in the trees here, but they can't do anything unless, okay, a spear thrown out, but the tier 3 is already dead, and now 9 is in some trouble here. He's going to try and walk his way out of this one. Curse Crown is going to make this a lot harder for him, especially with all those illusions. He's going to try and scoot on through, but instead they go for Snake King. Anna's just going to keep on going for the supports whenever they show themselves outside of the fountain. Uh-oh, Kyle. It's a Phantom Lancer, and it's OG. I feel like there's some fountain farming coming soon.
Yeah, this is just, it's insane. The game's just suddenly out of control. And OG just straight up dominating. There's no way you see that dive coming if you're Fada. They go straight behind tier 2 mid. They had vision of them with the ward. You can actually just see it pinged off there. And that starts the whole fight. They get 1 kill, and then they just continue for more. It's 5-on-4. Why not keep going? They lost Thompson, but I mean, again, Seb is just always seems to be the unsung hero of his squad. He's 0-0-15, and not just the way he's played, but the itemization. First off, he's farming all game to ensure his net worth stays not just in pace, but ahead of everybody else for some time. Solar Crest Vlad, so these illusions are even stronger. And he's just finding, that was a triple stun to open there.
That was insane, especially since Thompson was already dead, but they recognize, okay, Anna is now the real damage dealer.
Yep.
And we've got a great initiation here, an opportunity to be able to catch him. Tundra finally back up as 5. They're going to go for a 4-man smoke. See if they can catch the backline. Solmbai does manage to latch in. Thompson, though, already gone magic immune. And Seb going to be saved by Soxa with the disruption. Once again, the initiation, it's all gone away. Tundra, they thought they had an opening, and it's completely out. Anna's demolishing the backline here. Snake King to die so fast. He turns back, finishes up the Mars. Nice and easy. No Tail hasn't even used his Terrorize until just now to be able to control up the Broodmother for a little bit longer. And Tundra, yeah, you need to get out of the game now, because Anna is certainly going to be running at your throne now.
Just clinical, and of course, what would an OG game be without that man in the fountain, and of course a big smile from Thompson. Just a clinical game. It looked a little shaky at the start,